Alright, movie fans, once again, but last time I should say for movies, that is, because this is the last stop when it comes to movies. Looking on to next year, 2016. Oh boy, do I got a list for you, movie fans, because this is going to be quite a year. I just hope it turns out as good as I hoped. Obviously, I'm going to be leaving a few out, and don't be surprised, obviously. Just a little heads up there, but here we go. And obviously, there's going to be a few honorable mentions here and there. But it's top 10 plus a few honorable mentions of most anticipated of 2016. Here we go, number 10, Kung Fu Panda 3. Yeah, probably saw that one coming in. Obviously, I put it pretty low on the list because I know it's a kids movie. But hey, any of us, I'm sure, have watched DreamWorks movies. I've probably said this before about DreamWorks and Disney and Pixar. Leave it to them to take dumb ideas and make them work. I'm just hoping this one, because it's the third movie in the series, that after watching the first two movies and with a sequel probably even being better than the first one, I'm just hoping it doesn't suffer third movie syndrome the way the third Shrek movie did. So let's only hope for the best. Let's only hope it brings out some awesomeness. Number 9. Doctor Strange. Okay, obviously there's no trailers, only leaked photos on this one. I don't really know too much about this. I believe it's a villain this time around, and yeah, Marvel's gonna have a pretty busy year. You'll see in the rest of this video, but this is one of the many ones, and this is why it's pretty low, because, like I said, I don't really know too much about this character. I should probably read up on more, but leave it to Marvel, boy. They're really on a roll with a lot of these films, and they've taken ideas and made them work. Not much to say there. Number 8. Star Trek Beyond. Okay, yeah, the third movie, but unfortunately, since J.J. Abrams is going to be busy with the new Star Wars movies, being that Disney bought out Lucasfilms, this one is going to be directed by a different director. So, a little bit worried, but not too much, because he did really good with the first two movies. Obviously, like I said, this is the first one that he's leaving to a different director, so let's only hope he doesn't screw this one up. Otherwise, I will not be happy. Number 7, Finding Dory. Yeah, after all these years, the classic Disney and Pixar hit film Finding Nemo finally gets a sequel. Man, where the hell has it been all these years? So, let's hope for the best. And like I said, I know it's a kids movie, but come on, people my age, we grew up with these films. Disney and Pixar still got it. Number 6, Conjuring 2, Enfield Poltergeist. Yeah, that's right. Same director from the first Conjuring movie, which I definitely praise, and I know I'm not alone on this one. One of the best R-rated horror films that you don't get very often. Did a great job. I mean, and finally it's actually getting a true sequel. Not to be confused with the spin-off and pretty much mediocre letdown we can all agree was not great, because obviously it wasn't done by the same director, James Wan, who also did the Insidious movies, as well as, I believe, the first Saw movie, at least. I don't know about how many other sequels he directed in that series. They made way too many. But Enfield Poltergeist, read about the story, it sounds pretty scary. Let's just hope it's as good as it sounds. Number 5, Suicide Squad. Well, DC Comics is finally stepping it up, but they got a lot of catching up to do to be as good as Marvel comic films. But this one is all about the villains, it looks like. They're getting their chance to really rise in power. This is all I pretty much know about it, but with the Joker, I know, obviously since the passing of Heath Ledger, it's very tough to really replace him as the Joker, but maybe this new actor won't be so bad, and it looks like they're following the comic books, bringing Harley Quinn and a bunch of other villains in there, and hey, even Ben Affleck as Batman in the newest Batman movie. Spoiler alert right there. So, let's only hope for the best out of DC, and hopefully they don't screw this one up. Number 4, Deadpool. Yeah, Marvel. Gotta love these comic book movies, don't you? This one looks pretty cool. Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds, that you probably remember from the rather mediocre X-Men Origins Wolverine, and I thought the pretty underrated Green Lantern movie. And there's even references in it if you saw the trailer. Looks pretty good. Of course, originally it was supposed to be PG-13, but people flipped their shit when they found out about this, and so they went on and made it R-rated. Can't argue with them on that one. It's gotta be. I mean, blood, cursing, you name it. Marvel's really growing some balls on this one. So, let's only hope for the best. Number 3, Captain America Civil War. Saw the trailer for this one, not much to say, looks freaking awesome. Let's only hope it's a war worth living through and seeing, and Iron Man against Captain America, oh boy, it sounds pretty good. They even got Spider-Man joining this. Of course, it's gonna be the same actor, and of course, as you heard, they're rebooting the Spider-Man franchise. Again, not to get too carried away, they're bringing him in this movie. So, looks like Marvel's really got a lot on their hands, and, well, leave it to them to succeed at it. Take that, DC. Not to insult you, but it's gonna be awesome, I hope. Number 2, Batman v Superman, not versus Superman. I believe that's what it was originally called. And yes, I was worried, and trust me, like anybody else, on a few things. Number 1, the title. Originally, many years ago, they had this idea in the works, but then they obviously canceled it because they thought it was dumb. I mean, 2 of the greatest DC comic characters fighting against each other, but now it seems like they're making it work, if you saw the trailer. And another thing, Ben Affleck playing Batman. When they announced this, I was as skeptical and worried as anybody else was, and I was thinking, what, really? I mean, isn't it enough that he ruined Daredevil? I mean, his movies are hit or miss nowadays. He's had some bad ones, he's had some good ones, mainly ones that he usually directs. Yeah, he's actually a really good director. Between The Town and Argo and so forth. So, I was skeptical as ever still even after seeing the first trailer. But now that they show more footage, and now that you got Lex Luthor being thrown in there, a little iffy on Jesse Eisenberg playing him. And obviously you got the same actor who played Superman in Man of Steel kind of joining in, so it's kind of a fight. And now they got Doomsday coming into the picture, and I gotta say, it looks freaking awesome. And Wonder Woman. It seems like DC is taking the approach like Marvel is with the whole Justice League thing. So yeah, I guess they figured Marvel's doing it with the whole character get-together. DC's got to do it too. Might as well copy their success. But all I can say to them is good luck catching up to Marvel's success. You got a lot catching up to do there. But let's just hope for the best. Alright, before I get to number 1, here's a few honorable mentions. Quite a lot, actually. Angry Birds. I know, it seems like I'm really scraping the bottom of the toilet bowl. And I was iffy too here about hearing this. I love the games, playing it on my phone and everything, but the trailer actually doesn't look bad. I know it does seem like they're making this just as an excuse for a lot of puns and so forth, but it might be funny. I'll take this over a Tetris movie anytime, so I don't know. Don't have high hopes on this one. Divergent Series Allegiant. Yep, the third and, of course, the last, even though of course, is the first part of the last book that they're breaking up in 2 parts. Yeah, they're taking the Harry Potter / Hunger Games approach on this one, so last one was good, as you'd expect. I thought it was very underrated, so I think they're getting on the right track here with this series. They're improving, so I'm not losing faith in this series just yet. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yeah, this is a spin-off of Harry Potter, so yeah, they can't let this series go so soon. There's even rumors of a sequel to the last one, not to get too carried away, but this is like a spin-off prequel to the first one, and it looks pretty good. I'm not a die-hard Harry Potter fan, but I did go to the Wizarding World and stuff, and I did watch most of the movies, so let's hope it's another magical quest into the past, that is. The Fifth Wave. Okay, I actually love alien movies, and this one is no exception. This one's obviously based off a book, which I really should probably read, but it looks pretty good and hopefully simple to follow without having to read the book. And you got Hit Girl in there, who seems to be pretty badass to fight aliens. Looks pretty cool. Huntsman and the Winter's War. Okay, I thought the first film was pretty underrated. I know, you got Kristen Stewart from Twilight. It's not the greatest take, and I know they're darkening up a lot of fairy tales, but hey, you got the Huntsman returning, Chris Hemsworth himself, and Jessica Chastain, and a lot of big-name actresses. My only question is this supposed to be a sequel? I mean, how can the evil queen be alive? I thought she died at the end of the last one, and I'm not going to really miss Kristen Stewart. I mean, she was pretty badass in the first one. I'm just not really sure if this is a prequel or a sequel, but it looks pretty decent. Independence Day Resurgence, or Independence Day 2. Wow, 20 years since the last one and they're finally got the sequel coming? I know, it sounds like I'm really, once again, scraping the bottom of the toilet bowl, and it looks like, and it sounds pretty preachy and predictable, but, bring the fight on again. Hopefully they kick some alien butt again. So, you got Jeff Goldblum and Judd Hirsch and most of the cast, except for Will Smith. I guess he wanted too much money for doing this, I don't know, but I am gonna miss him, though. He was pretty awesome in the last film. Secret Life of Pets. Again, another animated movie, I know. But it's the same creators from Despicable Me, and I gotta say, the trailer, it made me laugh quite a bit. My only question is, what kind of plot is this movie gonna have? I mean, I'm not just going just for a lot, to get laughs out of pets doing things that humans would do. Abnormally talking and doing all sorts of weird stuff like in the trailer, but I'm not going to lose faith in it. Like I said, the same creators from Despicable Me, or same humans from Despicable Me that created that series, so it could be funny. Zootopia. Okay, another animated movie. I know, I got a lot of animated movies on this list, but hey, come on. For anybody at any age, we can all enjoy these. And this is obviously done by Disney. Not Disney and Pixar, but just Disney, the same studio that, of course, brought us films like Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Big Hero 6, and of course the big Disney monster that people still can't shut up about today, or let go, I should say, or Frozen. So, yeah, leave it to them to make another great movie, which I think this one's going to be pretty good. And it looks pretty funny, judging by it. You got Ibris and Varela, whatever the hell that guy is from Pacific Rim, doing the voice in this, so it looks pretty funny. And the number one most anticipated movie on my list for 2016, what else than X-Men Apocalypse? Oh yeah, the trailer's finally out, I saw it, and I gotta say, it looks freaking awesome. Bring on the mutants. You got Bryan Singer coming back to direct this movie after he did a great job as expected with X-Men Days of Future Past, and if you saw the after credits scene, spoiler alert there, I'm sure most people have seen it and are anticipating this. You got the actors who played the younger versions of themselves returning, and I believe the older ones too, but finally they got Apocalypse in there. I was excited as ever to see them and hearing about this from day one. So, I mean, especially after playing the video games, X-Men Legends 1, or X-Men Legends 2, I should say, Rise of Apocalypse. So, bring on the fight. This one I hope is going to be epic. Don't let me down, Bryan Singer. I mean, just like you did after you ditched X-Men 3 to do that lousy Superman Returns movie. So, but not to get too carried away, those are the movies I'm looking forward to for 2016. And you're probably asking, hey, where the hell is Ghostbusters? Where's Ninja Turtles 2? Okay, I'll be firm on this one, and I'm sure most people can agree, and I'm sure I'm not amongst the minority on this one. I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. I've always been looking forward to a third movie, but obviously since the death of Harold Ramis, and obviously since Ivan Reitman stepped down as a director and left it to the director of Bridesmaids. Not that I don't like Melissa McCarthy or Kristen Wiig, they are good actresses, but seeing that this is all female cast now and a reboot, yeah, they're bringing Bill Murray and a couple of cast members from the original and cameo appearances in this film, but I'm just very iffy on this one. Rebooting movies from the 80s very rarely works. We've seen what Poltergeist was like. They're doing it with Gremlins as well. I'm very, very low expectational on this one, so not that I'm going to be quick to bash and judge this film, but I just am really worried. Like anybody else, I'd much rather see a third film rather than a reboot, but I guess since Bill Murray was being a pain in the ass about returning, well, that was the breaks right there. And since Harold Ramis' death, like I mentioned, don't have a lot of expectations for this one, but who knows. And Ninja Turtles 2, I don't think I really have to have much introductions to that one. The first one was enough of a pain because Michael Bay was producing it, and you saw how the end results were on the first one. The Ninja Turtles look ugly CG crap. I mean, Megan Fox's April O'Neil didn't work out, so yeah, it's no surprise since Michael Bay's movies make a lot of money no matter how panned they get from critics and fans alike, he's still going to keep making more. It's cash grab, that's all it is anymore, so yeah, they're bringing Rocksteady in and Bebop, but I don't know, I just don't have much expectation for that one, but so that answers your question right there. So, till next time, keep watching.